Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I'm your host Donald Wonder. Today we've got a movie review for you guys, but you know what? I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've always wanted to have more opinions on the things I like, the reviews that I like. So to change things up a little bit, right after seeing Interstellar, me and my friends, we had a little discussion, a round table about the movie, and I'm going to share that with you guys. Now I just want to say the video quality isn't that good because there wasn't a lot of lighting, so it's very shadowy. I tried to fix it in post, but kind of came out kind of meh. But this is more of an experiment to see how we'll do more things like this in the future, because I want to do more videos with my friends and people I know, and you know, who knows, maybe even someone online from the show. But this is kind of a test run. But let me know what you think of the movie, and this is the edited version of this conversation. I'm going to leave a link in the video for the full unedited version, but you know people, I need something short and concise for the viewership and the YouTube people. So without further ado, check this out.
Tyro Media.
Just want to say we've come back from the Greenwich O2. We went to Sign World. We just saw the magnificent movie that is called Interstellar by Christopher Nolan. We got the D-Box experience. If you guys don't know what D-Box is, it's this functionality where you sit on the chair, it rocks, it vibrates, it's really cool. It adds another layer of immersion, of a whole new experience. And as you can see on the video, we're kind of in total darkness because there isn't a lot of light in here. But guys, I wanted to get the opinions of my buddies. So quickly introduce yourself, guys, before we give our quick review on Interstellar.
Alright, I'm John.
I'm Simon.
Alright, I'm Bardi.
As I said, you probably can't see shit, and I'm here, and I'm the only one that's kind of in the light. But you know what? We had a good time. I want to do this more often. Still in hiatus mode. No goddamn complaints. It's all about the opinions, not the picture, people. So without further ado, people, what did you think of Interstellar? Actually, Simon, give us a synopsis. What is Interstellar? A real quick one for those who don't know.
Alright, for those of you who want to check out Interstellar.
And you can't see his face, so he's a white guy.
Yeah, so I'm the white guy next to the pot of rice and the two floating eyes and teeth. Hey! So, short synopsis.
Very short, very short.
Very short synopsis.
You know the YouTube
Shit in
lifespan.
space, that's what it is.
It's basically like, what is it? It's not
You
like,
don't want to go to space, that's what it is.
you don't want to go to save the human race. You don't want to do
If you're
that.
that one asshole after Gravity, he was like, this still looks like fun, this is the movie for you, okay? Okay, so basically, in the near future, humanity has exhausted its resources. There's nothing to eat, and people, the general consensus that everything has to be shut down, including research from NASA, so the government can pump all the money into agriculture and supplying people with food. Matthew McConaughey is this good old country-ass American who used to be a pilot, but now has to retire and live with his family. Up until one day, a twist of fate enables him to get back into the seat in this mission that has the hopeful prospect of saving the human race by finding a new planet to inhabit.
So this movie is an absolute masterpiece, right? Guy, it's absolutely perfect, correct?
Well,
It's a really good movie. Every movie has its problems.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own opinion, obviously. My
Still can't see
personal
his face,
opinion,
but yeah.
my personal opinion, the beginning's a little bit too slow. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think the movie's ace, really.
Yeah.
Can't really fault anything else as such.
What was interesting in it for me, especially that really actually caught me, it kind of almost reminded me a little bit of the Alien movies with Ripley.
oh, definitely. Especially
you
the
know,
first Alien in terms of
especially the
pacing.
first Alien.
Yeah.
You know, when she realises that she's basically missed out on the whole, you know, childhood of her child's life, like by being in space. So that was quite
deleted scenes extra.
that was quite poignant for me, and you could see that the McConaughey character, he felt really awful.
One thing I want to put to you guys is, you guys went in cold. I already knew about the consensus. The general consensus for this movie is, let's say 75% of it's good, but the last quarter just falls off and there's a lot of kumbaya, blah, blah, blah. People were not happy with the ending generally. What do you guys think? Do you agree with that, or were you happy with that overall?
I'd personally say I can understand why people wouldn't like the ending, but you've got to just take it for what it is. It's a movie, you've got to take it for what it is. It's not real life. It's just part of the movie. Just go with it.
So you felt you could go with it?
I thought I could go with it.
Yeah.
Personally, there is the Kumbaya. I understand completely what you mean with the Kumbaya. A lot of people wouldn't be happy with that movie. There's a certain section of that movie, like you said, a certain section of that movie, it got to that point, that 75%. We knew when it hit that 75% because as soon as it hit that 75% in that movie, 3 people in the audience got up, then they left. They got up and they left. They didn't like what they were saying, so they got up and they left.
I think they were English, but that's just my problem. Probably they were like, if they were British astronauts, you know.
The point that everyone's going to talk about is that switch, that point, that 75% point.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my view on it is that, okay, the film is very intelligent.
Yeah.
And there's like quite high concept and quite difficult things. So when it comes to that part, which requires, you know, quite abstract thinking, unfortunately some people can't. And
It's true.
Some people will not understand this movie.
This movie is an IQ test. You know?
Do you know what? But I mean, you guys enjoyed the movie because we kind of wrapped up. So I do want to just quickly jump around. You guys said you liked the casting was good, visuals.
Yeah.
Great visuals.
Stuff you haven't never seen before.
It was, the emotion shared, displayed by the characters.
Yeah.
It's not just the love story. It's not just the relationship between him and his daughter. It's the dark side of humanity as well, the logical side. It explores all of them.
I mean, there's a whole theme about survival, but then throughout the film, it raised questions about survival, but at what cost? Is it really a point of surviving? Do you really want to survive that long if you lose your whole humanity in the process?
Yeah.
That's the question you've got to ask.
Okay, so you guys are satisfied with the film on the whole. Would you recommend this movie for people to watch?
I would.
I definitely would.
I would.
Actually,
in the right conditions.
Yes, yeah.
And that is kind of my little gripe with it as well. I think it works better as a cinema experience. Even without D-Box, I think it serves better as a cinematic experience. If you have a 50, 60-inch screen, you got the good sound system and all that, I think you're going to get the best out of this movie. But I don't know if I'd watch this movie again without the right surroundings or without the right environment.
I think it's kind of like Gravity in that sense.
Yeah.
I can't imagine watching Gravity. I didn't see Godzilla. I can't imagine watching Gravity on our screen here. Because you don't get that sense of being sort of claustrophobic in space with Gravity, for example. And here, I don't think you get the full scope unless you're watching it on a cinema screen. But that's just me personally.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what I really enjoyed about this movie is that there are very small subtle elements that elevate this movie beyond what you generally expect. It's shot on film. It only uses IMAX, not 3D. To me, one of the most impressive things about a movie, how it's seamless for such a sci-fi heavy film, seamlessly blends all the special effects together. So the practical effects and the CGI blend together perfectly. Usually in a movie, there's something distracting you from the experience because you can tell it's CGI or they did this in post. Here, you can never tell, you know, what's done in post-production and what's done in main, what's real and what's fake. They have an android robot type character
That's awesome.
where the design is completely original and for the 95% of the time it's done completely practical and they do an amazing job. My opinion is if you're gonna make such a sci-fi movie where no matter how much it's based on real science and the theory of, you know, Einstein's theory of relativity that we're all familiar with, but none of us are nuclear physicists, you know, none of us actually went to space. And humanity didn't do 85% of this movie. So if you're going to believe everything leading up to that point, and then you're not going to buy it, you know, that doesn't work. You either call bullshit earlier and say, well, who knows, we can go that far in space. Or you just don't buy the whole movie at all. And the way we saw with similar sci-fi movies like A Space Odyssey, like Blade Runner, that were panned when they came out, and now are considered classics, I'll guarantee you, people hate Descending. 10 years from now, this is going to be the greatest movie of 2014.
Definitely.
Alright people, so that was our discussion on Interstellar. Just want to remind you, there's a much longer version of this, an uncut version where we spoke for about 20 minutes by it, but I just wanted to condense it for the channel because, you know, people like things short and concise. But I just wrap this up by saying I'm going to give Interstellar my own personal opinion a low first class. It's still a really good sci-fi flick. I have little quibbles about it here and there, but as an overall experience, it's really good. And I really, really stress, see this in the cinemas while it's in the cinemas or the theatre or however you call it. But people, as always, did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Let us know in the comments below. It's all about opinions, expressions. Did you see this movie from a different perspective? Just let us know, because I'm always up with conversating with you guys. That's pretty much it. So people, as usual, if you like the video, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the annotations on the screen if you want to see different types of stuff, books, comics, anime, TV shows, what have you. We do it all here. And until the next one, I'll see you later. It's Donald Wonder signing off, saying peace.